Communicate with professors and academic advisors.
When you first start attending classes and everything, make sure that your professor knows who you are.
They're really quick to respond to any emails, any questions you have about homework, notes that you've missed, maybe an absence that you're going to do in a upcoming class, and they're really down to earth and easy to talk to.
My sophomore year, I took a business stat class, and I still talk to my professor to this day because we just like to talk about music and stat.
It's your responsibility as the student to meet with your advisor. They're not going to chase you down. They'll probably send out an email.
Don't miss class, set that alarm, and make sure you have enough time for that hike.
You don't want to be the freshman who walks in on a test day not knowing that there's a test.
So the big reason why you should not miss class is because you're paying for it, whether you have scholarships or not. In high school, you did a good enough job to get a scholarship. You should pay for it by going to class.
Just so much that you can miss in one day, especially if your class is just once a week.
It's really only like 15 hours a week pretty much. So if you think about it, that's less than one day out of a whole week that you're actually in class.
That's why you're here. Gotta go to class.
Also, it's important to keep track of your grades so that way at the end of the semester you don't kind of get blindsided with what you're going to have. So halfway through the semester you can just be like where you're at, you can get help, and you can use Blackboard.
Use Blackboard. They have an app for that.
And write down everything that's due and when it's due. So that way, even if it's only September, I know in November, right before break, before Thanksgiving, I'm gonna have a paper due and I can start it when I need to. And just knowing when everything's due makes it so much easier to schedule my time, and then I don't get as frustrated and stressed out as maybe some others.
If you're confused about, how to check your grades and stuff, you can always ask your professor. You can always check on the syllabus, and you can always ask a friend in class.
Study. You need to study.
It's very important to study.
Know when you study best. I had to do trial and error to know when and where I study best.
You don't want to study the night before the test, you want to study a couple nights before, so that way you're not cramming the last night and wake up tired.
You might have been able to not study in high school and make it through, but trust me, in college, you're actually gonna have to read. It's weird. I don't even like reading, but I do it anyway because gotta get the grades. That's what we're here for.
Whatever works for you, just make sure you use ample opportunity over whatever time works best for you, and make sure you study and give it your best shot, and you're sure to come out tops.
Take advantage of resources on campus.
The Dell Health Center is a wonderful resource on campus.
They're like a small doctor's office. They can give you shots, they run full blood tests. Anything you really need, they can do it.
If you're ever walking around campus and you see this little white house called the Glen S building, that's actually the counseling center. I don't know how many people actually use the counseling center, but I know that it could be incredibly helpful if you're ever feeling anxious or nervous or just really stressed out and you're having a lot of trouble with your transition into college.
You can get 12 free sessions of counseling that's included with your tuition. Again, free of charge. All you have to do to make an appointment is you can call or you can step by the counseling center.
They have lots of programs, lots of great professionals that are very friendly, very welcoming, that will be more than happy to help you out. All these people are trained to help students out, so do not be afraid to go to them.
The Academic Achievement Center is something that is really close to me. I work there. I've been working there for about 2 years, and I can see that it's an underused resource.
I used that last semester because I had a pretty tough math class, and they gave you the one-on-one attention that you need, and it helped me get an A in the class.
So I went to the Career Center to get my resume, worked on a little bit, and the girl that helped me out was actually a student here at Towson. She was a grad student. She was excellent. She guided me through everything I needed to know. I had a couple things missing, and there were some things wrongly worded on there. So she definitely helped me, and she even followed up with me afterwards. She sent me an email. So also at the Career Center, they actually have up mock interviews. So it's the whole thing is actually like you're applying for a job.
If you are in a club or an organization, form that relationship with your advisor. Don't be nervous to talk to them about things because chances are they've been through it.
Broaden our academic experience through academic organizations, honoraries, and study abroad.
So the biggest thing that we pitch here at Towson University is to get involved.
There's so much to do at Towson. There's different jobs you can take, there's different clubs you can join, there's all sorts of things, so get involved.
There's a lot of cool clubs that relate to your major.
Also the Student Government Association is a great resource. It's great for networking, and it goes great on your resume as well, but the people that you meet, it's just a whole nother experience. It's just, you grow as a person.
And at the end of my junior year, I have a full resume, great networks in the industry, all because I just followed my passion and joined an organization and found some of my best friends.
And I have to say that being in the fraternity at Towson has really given me a huge advantage. I've had a support system of people who have gone through the entire 4 years, some more, that know the professors, know what classes to take, know little bit of secrets about how to be successful at college.
Towson has made my study abroad experience really helpful. I've been planning on studying abroad in Spain for 6 months in my senior year. So far, they've been really helpful with all the paperwork and financial aid, and I'm looking forward to.
So, as a member of the Honors College, there are also other benefits that go along with it. It's not just all work and nothing to gain from it. I know as an Honors College member, I've received a couple of emails saying that there's a Towson University Honors College alum who has an internship position available and wants to offer it to us first.
And it helps you when you have internships, it helps you to learn a lot of things, it helps you to be sociable on campus and have a lot of activities you can do.
Because most of what you learn at college isn't really in the classroom, it's outside of the classroom with your friends, in a student government or with some kind of Greek life or anything like that.
Alright, so procrastinating. That's one of the biggest things that you shouldn't do when you're in college.
Being a college student, academics are extremely important, and so is being involved on campus. A lot of people also have to work, so it's really important to try and find that balance, and that really depends on each individual.
Know how to manage your time. Yes, it's great to be involved, right? But being too involved you'll face the consequences. So don't get yourself overloaded to the point where you find yourself having to skip one class to do work for another class, because those skips will add up.
If you're overwhelmed, say it's gonna be with academics, you have 5 papers due next week, you have a test coming up, and then you have something going on in your clubs, and you're just feeling overwhelmed. A lot of things to do. You can go approach your RA, they'll help you out. The RAs are there to help you with that. If you don't live on campus, there's plenty of advisors to talk to around.
Just don't procrastinate, get your work done early, and trust me, you'll have so much more free time for having fun and doing other activities that you would enjoy so much more than doing work.
Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. That's it.
Plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you use any work or information from a website, from another student, from any information or source, and you've not properly cited your sources.
Don't plagiarize. When you plagiarize, you risk getting an F or, not even being able to do that assignment, so it's not worth it. Just do your own work.
There's no point in doing it. And in the long run, you're not even learning anything. So you just do it for this one assignment, and then imagine going through college that whole 4 years, and then you learn nothing from what you did, from your work. And most importantly, imagine getting kicked out of college for plagiarizing. How are you going to tell your parents that? Let's be real.
Speak up when you need help with any life issues.
It's really important for you to seek help if you need some. You can always use Towson's many resources.
Maybe you're feeling a little homesick, maybe you miss your friends, anything. You could talk to your RA, any kind of supervisor or people around campus.
So making sure that you know your RA can really help just have a sense of community and somebody there to welcome you back. And they know how to help. That's what they're there for. So go talk to them if you're stressed. Go tell them when you had a good day. They love to hear that. Or just if you want to go get dinner but you don't want to go by yourself, your RA is there for that and they love to help. So go talk to your RA.
Stay aware of opportunities highlighted in September Celebration, the Daily Digest, the Master Events Calendar, and the Tower Light.
So you may have heard of something called the Daily Delete, which is actually called the Daily Digest. Don't let your friends sway your opinion on it. It is the most helpful thing you will ever read. So there are things like job postings, events, where all the free food is on campus.
It comes every day at like 1:03 in the morning, and a lot of people just delete it because they don't want it clogging up their inbox. But you learn so many great opportunities here through the Daily Digest. That's how I learned about applying for an orientation leader. It's how I learned about applying for other sorts of jobs on campus.
At the beginning of the semester last year, I went to the involvement fair and I found out about being a student ambassador and an orientation leader, which I decided to get involved in with both, and I'm very excited.
I would definitely suggest taking advantage of the opportunities and events that are on this campus. Personally, I've been a part of the organization that actually planned some of those events. So, for example, we brought the comedian Rob Schneider to campus, and it was like $2 for the show. Like, where else can you see Rob Schneider for $2? So there's a lot of cool things that come through campus, and they're cheap or free, and it's a good way to just get together with your friends and have fun.
We have a lot of big concerts coming up. There's smaller daytime events. There's bus trips. There's so much to do here at Towson that you're going to feel right at home.